We are live. Good morning, friends. How is everyone today? We can see you.
Okay, good.
We can see half of the
I
tablet.
need to move this over.
You need to see the whole tablet. Yeah.
All right.
Jack and Art says hi, Scott.
Hello, how are we doing?
Jake says hello, Mr. Sava. And we have a Bethany, and the ringers are rung. Helen says hi there. Matilda says hi.
Hello.
Good morning, friends. How are you on this Friday? Tell me a story. Gratian says hello. Cascadian says hi. Shokin says hi. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, thank you.
We are doing fine. It's chilly where we are today. It's a very chilly where we are today. 36 degrees at 9 a.m. Burbon says hello.
Hello.
Strawberry Skies gave us half a sentence and deleted it. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. So what's everybody doing today on this freezing Friday? That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to do my little alliterations. Freezing Friday. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Freezing Friday.
So I thought after doing the, let me get that.
What? 'Tis a good day to draw, and hello once again. That's Barcode J.
Hello.
So
after doing Gus in markers, I thought, I'm getting kind of tired of drawing exactly what you see with the photo, and I'd like my art to have its own kind of style. And sometimes I wish I could do caricature and kind of have it look like the person, but also look like my art. So like no one mistakes it for just a photo. So
I don't think they would ever, honey. Just saying. Sushi says big fan. Sarah
thank
says,
you.
Good morning. Caricature finger. Love you, love your beard.
Oh, thank you.
Steph Andre says hello. I struggle with making my watercolor look like watercolor. I always make it too pigmented. Any quick tips?
Just add some more water and make sure that you're working from light to dark.
Jacob says, I just made my first painting in watercolor. I feel like it came out really nice. Your videos inspire me a lot.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Burbaz just finished a watercolor painting. It's pretty early in the morning for me. Haha. Do you do comic art?
Not anymore. I used to, but not anymore.
I'm a big fan of you, Scott. That's Clift. Hey,
Thank
David
you.
Series says, good morning, everyone. Bethany, Nixie, Steph, Emma, Scott, and Donna. Happy Friday to you all.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, David. Hey, guys, this David, if necessary, person. David is our resident digital artist, and he's really good.
Which, by the way, did you see the drawing he posted for you on the SBC?
No, I haven't been on the Discord in a while. I need to go on there. I'll check it out. The Mutant Nerd says, what's up?
How we doing?
Let's see. Finally, I didn't miss it, says Lemmy. Good morning, says Andrea.
Good morning.
Nerd says, what's up, Scott?
How we doing?
Steph Andre says, thank you so much for answering my question. I love your videos. They're amazing. Thank you from France.
Oh, you're welcome.
Love from the Hobbit Hole. And we have a Steph Nerd who says morning.
Good morning.
I'm currently in the process of painting Jimmy from Better Call Saul. I find it funny you're starting on Breaking Bad too. Then.
Yeah. I people kept asking for Mike, and he's got such a odd head. He's like a light bulb, like a crusty old light bulb. So I was like, I just didn't want to draw it straight, I kind of wanted to, but I'm not very good at caricature, and so I just thought I would see if I could figure out
Oh,
what makes him Mike.
Hex says, "Good magic morning, everyone. My hands hurt really bad, so I can't draw along today.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Does the winter time make you more stiff? I have one knee that gets stiff in winter, so maybe if you warm up a little bit, put your hands around a nice hot cup of tea or cocoa or coffee, maybe that'll help." Farm Girl Stuff says, "Hello, I love your content. It inspires me to make art. Have you watched the Wednesday show? And if so, can you paint one of the characters?"
we did paint Wednesday, and we did watch the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back a week, you'll see I did do Wednesday. Actually, I drew her twice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 2 different kinds of watercolor. Stars Scrambled says, "Your videos are what I finally realized I kept failing at watercolor because I always used smooth surface paper. Now I feel like I'm getting somewhere thanks to your videos.
Oh.
I just love you too."
I'm so happy to
That's
hear
so
that.
great.
Yeah, the paper makes all the difference. There's a couple of videos on how the different paper, like I'll use the cheap Crayola.
Yeah. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, paper really, it's so funny. Until you started, I don't know what made me start trying paper with you. I don't know what it was. Maybe I felt a piece of paper one day or something, but paper really does make a big difference. Where do you get your ideas and get the shapes on point?
Well, for the most part, like I said, if I do something like this, I'm just copying it 1-to-1. The problem. Ooh, I forgot to hit record. The problem that I'm having with caricature, with that is I want my art to feel more unique rather than just a photograph. But I mean, there are people who it's like anime. There are people who do it so well and they've done it their entire lives, and then for someone like me to just jump in and do it, it just I'm just I'm several years behind, and so I am just trying to, like with caricature, I'm just trying to say, gosh, I wonder if I could, and is this something that I really want to do? And I would say probably every few months I get the urge to do it. So I keep coming back to it, but I don't know if I'll ever have the courage to completely change over. And back to you, Donna.
Thank you. I just letting you go. Father's Chapel says, "Blessings from Lakeland, Florida."
Blessings.
And Nurvik, our resident from Nepal, is here and says, "Good morning.
Good
Hug
morning.
a red panda for me." Daya says, "I've always struggled with caricatures. This will be loads of fun to watch."
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they're fun to do, they really are. And I think if I could come up with a style, I'd love to incorporate this with my watercolors or even the gouache and just, get all the lighting and all the little fun details and stuff together.
How come you never draw Transformers? That's Tappine Woods.
Transformers came out in the late 80s, and I was already in my teens by that, or sorry, almost, yeah, in late teens, early 20s, and I just missed Transformers.
Let's see. Oh, I'm not kind, David. You really are very talented. I mean, I could be kind, but nah, I'm just honest. Let's see. Gail says, "Good morning from California."
Good morning.
Ruby says, "I love your work."
Thank you.
Lemmy says, somebody asked if everybody was getting snow, and Lemmy says, "It doesn't snow here in Japan. But I keep seeing pictures of Mount Fuji with snow on them, so I think it does snow somewhere in Japan." Let's see. Are you a big fan of Walter White?
I'm not. I did not like his character at all. I hate watching shows where someone just completely makes all the wrong decisions and self-destructs, and You know, they could have made people's lives better. I mean, I liked Better Call Saul so much better because despite the things that Jimmy did, he always seemed to have a good heart. And I think I just liked that better. And I kind of liked Mike for that too, even though he was technically one of the bad guys. He always had a little bit of sense of honor, and you know, he just would seem like a better person in that way.
Okay, what kind of paper are you using today?
Oh, this is, I think, Strathmore. Yeah, sketch pad. The big kind that Donna doesn't want me to use.
Because it's impossible to mail. Impossible. What art supply are you going to use? Watercolor? Or today we just doing pencils?
I don't know. I think today I'm just trying to see if I could find shapes. If I find something, oh God, I really like that, I want to paint it, then maybe I'll transfer it over to a watercolor. But I think right now I just wanted to say, hey, why don't we try caricature? Like I here, let me show you guys. Can you guys see this okay?
Yeah, we can see everything. You didn't need to pick it up.
Okay. So look at this. So this is mine. And that's that. That has so much more character to it.
You think? I think it looks flat.
Flat?
Flat.
Okay.
It's plasticky.
It is plasticky. It's got more character to it.
Okay.
Look at it. That's great. Saul's but that's the character, see? And that's the...
Hydra says, hi Scott, love your drawings. They inspire me to try new things lately with my art and it's been fun. Was hoping you could do a video on how to blend and use the alcohol markers.
Yeah, I mean, I just did one yesterday.
Mm-hmm. You can check out the live from yesterday.
No, we didn't go live yesterday.
I'm sorry, 2 days ago.
No, but I did a video yesterday with the alcohol markers. But look at this. This is a fantastic Inigo Montoya. And that's not...
Okay, that one's nice because that one has character. Look at the wrinkles, look at the layers, look at the colors.
Wrinkles, layers, and colors are not character.
They give it life in my heart.
That's rendering. You're saying you like the rendering of this better than the Gus.
What are you talking about? The rendering.
This is a CG, digital, possibly even 3D rendering. This is hand drawn with digital coloring. This is hand drawn with digital coloring, or it's all digital, but it's more painterly style.
Okay, then I prefer the more painterly
style. I'm looking at the shapes. That's what caricature is. Caricature is the shapes, not the rendering style.
But that's still caricature.
Yes, that's caricature. That's caricature. That's caricature. That's caricature.
Okay, but the other one doesn't look like caricature to me.
I mean, look at that. That's fantastic.
Right, but
okay. These are caricature.
Those look like caricature. The one that you showed doesn't look like caricature to me. It looks like
I understand. So I'm trying to educate you on what caricature is. Caricature is taking something and pointing out the most. You're distorting it, but still making it look like that person.
Okay, then go back to this guy, the Gus guy.
That's Gus. See, that's Gus. Right. That's Gus, not caricatured.
No, so go back to the picture that you said was caricature and show me.
Caricature.
That one looks
caricature.
Like
caricature.
I get it.
Caricature.
Right.
Caricature.
That does not look like caricature to me.
You think that looks realistic?
No.
So then it's a caricature. It's a cartoon. It's a...
Okay.
It's
so either realistic or it's caricature.
They're not your only two options. This is a caricature of the original of the person.
To me, when you say caricature, I think the very, very exaggerated head, the very, very exaggerated nose, or something that's very, very exaggerated.
Your caricatures can be very subtle, or they can be very...
Well, I thought they had to be very, very exaggerated. I thought that was the whole point of caricature, that something was very, very exaggerated. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm really trying to learn here. I mean, truly trying to learn.
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
See, Barcode Jake says caricature is enlarging the shapes of the character more so distorted and making them more bold. Oh, Angie Dragonfly's gonna be a grandma.
Hey, congratulations,
That's
Angie.
so exciting. Yeah, see, Nervik, how can you explain caricature to beginners and how is it different from just digital drawing? Thank you, that's exactly what I'm asking.
So again, digital drawing is digital drawing. Caricature is the style of drawing. It's taking a photo and it is, it's amazing how I can have, I cannot find a single thing when I need to.
Well, honey, the drawers are full, still. What are you looking for?
What's the point of explaining it?
Okay, good point. Well, else could you explain it? Digital drawing is not a genre, it's a medium. Correct.
Yeah.
Caricature is expressing shapes from a photo in a much more bizarre way.
Yeah.
Okay. Caricature, a likeness that captures a person's physical traits and simultaneously exaggerates them for humor.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be for humor, but that's definitely getting closer. Here we are. Found it.
That's Riza.
So this is my one of the caricature artists that I really look up to, CF Payne. He did Obama for Time magazine. That is not a photo, that's a caricature. You could see the lips are and the face gets a little bigger around here. That's his style. So it doesn't have to be extremely distorted to be a caricature. You get it?
That just looks, I understand.
But you know that that's not him exactly. You could see that his eyes are smaller than the bottom. He exaggerated some stuff.
A little bit wider, but it's not significantly exaggerated.
It's not, which means it doesn't have to be significant to be caricature. Okay. That's my point.
Any exaggeration of that would be caricature.
I think caricature, for the most part, is finding the things that make that person, and then accentuating it. Okay. And that's the part that I have trouble with because
Bethany says that doesn't look like caricature at all. That looks like a photo.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not. Because it is. That's why they hired him to do that. It's and I'm sure because it was Obama, they didn't want it to be too caricatured. They didn't want it to look like he's got really big ears or something, because people, because they don't want it to look bad. They wanted it to look slightly dignified, but also still caricature. So I'm sure that wasn't an easy assignment.
Right.
But so it's that's what I'm trying to find is, and I like that. I like that painting of Obama because, and I like CF Payne's work because he does very, he can make it look almost realistic.
Correct.
But in a caricature style, and I like that. And
but it's very subtle. And I always thought caricature was very exaggerated. That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking down the boardwalk and you see these people and they blow up your head. Your head's like,
Yeah, no, that's
on the page and your body's like 2 inches tall.
And that's not the kind that I really want to do, So, but I love his eyes. Is everything still on picture? I mean, I'm still on the.
Kathleen says, I struggle with character drawing too. I'm more of a realist.
Okay, I'll look myself.
What?
It's okay. I was asking you a question. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I see it. I'm seeing the comments now.
It's okay.
We've missed a lot. Maybe exaggerated isn't exactly the right word. Perhaps emphasis is more accurate for what Scott is going for.
Yeah, again, I'm sure a lot of you do this too. Do you ever just wake up and go, I'm in the mood to try something different? And I probably do that more than most. But I just sometimes just go, I don't feel like doing my normal art. I want to do something different today. And that's just what I did this morning. I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing, hey, I'm going to get a photograph and I'm going to copy it. And the only thing different is what medium am I going to use? And so I think I just sometimes want to play around and try something. And I hope a lot of you do that too. I did that. Gosh.
Says every day.
Okay. I did that 10 years ago or so. With Art Nouveau. I just was tired of my work, and so I just decided to see if I could capture something of what was interesting to me in Art Nouveau, and I kept doing it until I got bored of it. But I did it for quite a while, for maybe several months, and then some of that stayed in my art. So I think I'm hoping that if I do this enough, if it captures my attention enough, that it'll somehow stay in my art, and that will make my art more unique.
Hey Scott, take a look at Steven Silver's art. That's a pretty good example of someone who can simplify people into cartoon characters.
I've heard of Steven Silver, yeah.
Fran says, I get that feeling, except it never works out, so I just give up.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I've done caricature. I've done a couple of videos on it, and I've done caricature several times. And sometimes I'm like, hey, that's pretty good. And sometimes I'm like, it's just not working out for me. But I keep coming back to it, and I don't know. I mean, so this one, what I'm doing is I didn't do any of the shapes, and I'm just focusing on the eyes, and just seeing if anything pops. But yeah, I think what usually happens is I try it, I get bored, or I get frustrated, and then I go back to, okay, I'll just.
How much art do you make in a day?
Yesterday, I don't think I made any art. I was working on legal stuff for the movie that we did. I made the video, and then my son came home, so we played some video games and whatnot. Yeah, and I had a bunch of business calls, so I just didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
But most of the times, I'll do at least something each day.
You always find the time to reply to me, sir. You remind me of my grandpa, who also used to be an art teacher. So thank you for making content. It makes my life much better.
Oh, thank you.
Caricature does not have to only be digital painting.
Of course not.
Are you going to try digital art again in the future?
I am. We're just trying to find the time to do that. I still have the Poscas that we did. I still have that Reinhardt Xbox controller, and I'm doing a video today on the difference between copying and tracing.
Mm-hmm. All new things. Yes, I am down here when Scott is doing his lives, because he can't read the comments and answer your questions at the same time. So I read the for him, and makes it a little easier.
So I don't know. I think the eyes I'm kind of getting right. I think definitely I want to give him a longer distance between his nose and his mouth. I think his nose could be way bigger, because he's got just this bulbous nose, doesn't he?
Okay, so for Aram and a couple other people who are asking, check out the Art Hacks playlist. Scott has videos for different body parts like faces and eyes and hands and things like that he's done. And if you have any questions on like blending watercolor and things like that, that's would be in the Art Hacks playlist also. And I do love other animals. My other favorite animal is a sea otter.
Is this too big?
Well,
I guess that's the whole point of caricature, is to
he reminds
push
me
it.
of Charlie the prehensile tail porcupine from the zoo,
Oh, wow.
whose nose is very soft and enormous. Just, you asked. I missed a question. Caricature really is a practice of being able to find the parts of something that make them look like them.
Yeah, but see, different caricature artists have different styles, different looks, and you can tell their art. That's the thing, is I don't have a unique look to my work. I think the technique might be recognizable at this point with the watercolor and the ink and the little outline and stuff. I think that is recognizable to people, but I don't think my drawing is in any way unique. And that's the part that bothers me is I don't, like I feel like I draw too realistic sometimes, and I keep trying to push away from that. And
Jamie Brown says, you want to stretch as an artist, that's normal for sure. Good for you.
thank you, Jamie.
Couple people are brand new here that I'm seeing. They're like, oh my gosh, we're here. We're watching you live.
Hello.
Squibby says you give off grandpa vibes.
Oh, thank you.
How do you manage to catch someone's likeness without ending up doing a realism drawing? That's what I struggle with.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, my friend. That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
Let's see. Redbird says, I sometimes wake up and there's an ability alive to do something that had been previously intimidating or felt impossible. Sometimes that lasts only a day, like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if anything's ever going to come of it. I don't know. I just know that some days you just want to spread your wings and try something else.
I'm getting the watercolor kit with Grabby.
Oh, fun.
Bavis, we have a video on where Scott finds all of his photo references.
Yeah, and there's also a link to them in the resources
on the website
page on our website.
Character drawing is difficult because you can change some proportions, but the shape of the facial features have to stay the same. Otherwise, it doesn't look like them. That's
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
Pop still says, hey, Scott, I haven't seen your streams in a while, so here I am.
Hello. How are you?
What's your favorite music genre?
80s.
How do you draw ears so good? I suck at doing ears.
I did a video on them. They're actually kind of easy. It's this shape. And then you go here like this. And that's really it. Then you could just add like little squiggles or whatnot. But
tell Kathy what you're drawing. Kathy just got here.
I'm trying to draw caricature. I'm trying to learn how to do someone in a caricature style. And I gave myself 90 minutes to learn this thing. And if I can't figure it out in 90 minutes, then I'll never try it ever again. That is not true. I'm just joking.
JS Artiste sent you a tip.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Harley says, make his head more rounded and slightly stretched horizontally will help. Simple Worm on a String says, hey, Scott, if you're somehow reading this, I'm going to have to leave soon, but thank you so much for this.
Oh, absolutely my pleasure.
Can you try to draw characters from the Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime? I'd love to see them in your style.
I'd have to look it up, but sure.
Brielle says, I'm sad because I've searched my Prismacolor tin and I don't have a black cherry, so I will have to sketch with an H pencil.
Okay. Well, you can use something close.
Reza says, try a shorter head. The head you drew is very tall.
All right, let's try a shorter head.
Scott's electric pencil sharpener is in the art supplies list.
I don't know if it is. Is it? Did we put it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to do a little tiny short head. Can you guys see this okay?
Yeah. Barcode Jake says, in total, how long have you had this career of art?
Professionally, I got my first job doing probably in college. I was doing some book art, book covers and stuff, and interiors. So I would have been 19, maybe 20. So I would say maybe 25 years. Or I'm sorry, 35 years.
Let's add correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently that particular pencil sharpener is not on the list.
Okay.
So we will add it to the list.
It is an X-Acto pencil sharpener. It's pretty good. I've only just recently bought it, maybe last year. So
no, you did it. You bought it this year.
Okay.
Yeah, that I remember. Bethany says she'll add it today.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys. Why is the black cherry your favorite?
You know, it's dark enough to where I can get some nice darks, and it is got a little bit of color to it, which I like. It's just got some warmth to it.
Do you draw or sketch when you watch something by yourself or with your family, or are you not able to concentrate on the show if you do?
Yeah, I can't concentrate on the show if I do. For me, sketching is when I am needing to, when there's nothing else to do. So if I'm with a group of people and they're all talking, that's what people do. And so I need something to focus on, and I could still hear, and kind of like I'm talking to you all right now.
I think people are always curious about how you can do this, like how you can answer questions and talk while drawing. But you can't watch a show and draw because you have to focus on the show. But you still, there are times I think when.
Well, a show you have to look at. That's
right,
the thing.
But you also get into your head sometimes when you're drawing. And if you guys will notice, sometimes there's a pause before he answers the question. And sometimes he'll ask me to repeat the question. So you can tell he's in his head if you listen.
Okay, this is horizontally stretched, Mike.
P2 Draw says, I was just watching the live while doing watercolor and put my brush in my coffee instead of my water.
Oh.
We're sorry. Love your videos. You inspired me to go to art school. That's Robin.
Oh, fantastic. I hope that you have a good time there. I hope you learn a lot. Actually, that does not look too bad.
Ellie Quinn says, a lot of what you say about waking up and doing something different, etc., really resonates with me. Any advice for completing a longer piece of work for someone who has ADHD, or any advice in general?
I tend to not do larger pieces. I like to finish a piece in an hour and a half if I can. But when I have to do larger pieces, I will try to finish a segment a day. I try to break them down into like little bite-sized pieces, if you can do that. But honestly, I did it for a while where I did larger pieces that would sit there for a week or two, and I would come in and I would dabble with them. But I had other things to do, usually working on a movie or something like that. And so I just think that I would never say that for people with ADHD or people like me who can't focus for too long, that larger pieces aren't possible, because that's definitely not true. I have, is my book here? I was wondering if I had, yeah, here it is. So when I did the Animal Crackers movie poster, which was, you know, a large piece, I would do one character a day. And then, you know, like I would do like, you know, like 3 or 4 of these cookies a day. And so I would just, you know, sometimes like the tiger might take me 2 days, but they weren't full time. I would maybe work 2-3 hours a day, maybe 30 minutes at a time. So I would work on it for 30 minutes and then I would go do something else. And I'd come back and I would work on it for 30 more minutes. And I'd come do something. So for me, it's always just breaking it up into little pieces, little bite-sized pieces. And I don't know if that'll help you at all, but that's what I did. So remember the markers? Remember these? I reorganized them a little better. And I think I got it as perfect as possible. Look at that. No, I think this one needs to go here. Okay, now it's perfect. So
Steffner goes, ooh, pretty, Scott.
I think it is. I think it's fun. So what I did.
Buy that marker set.
Oh yeah, there's a link. Check yesterday's video or the day before's video. There's two of them. So
I need a photo of that for the background.
So
I'll send you a photo, stuff.
Some people had mentioned they're like number 48, which was over here, should have been over by the yellows, and so. But other people were saying, why didn't I do it numerically? So I went and I started doing it numerically. And I found that I was missing numbers. There was like not a number 10 and not a number 13 and not a this, not a that. Yeah. And then I was like, why would there be? But then I realized that there is a, where is it? There's a number 185.
What?
And this is 122, 120 set.
What?
So I think they make maybe 200 colors.
Huh.
And so they don't give you all of the colors. And so I was doing it and I was like, wait a second. So I had got about halfway through and I was like, that's when I had the epiphany. So I was like, I got to start all over. And so I just went back to put it to the way it was. And then as I was doing that, I was like, okay, I'm going to fine tune these colors. And what I did is I just kind of squinted and see which colors are kind of popping out. And it was fun. It was fun. I'll make another video maybe, but
Joy says that mark organization makes me way too happy.
Doesn't it? It's like I'm really proud.
Yeah.
But
it's
also
beautiful, honey. We all think you did a very good job.
Thank you. Also, a lot of you said that I should try marker paper because I was using watercolor paper and that's why it was bleeding. So I ordered 4 different pads of marker paper from Blick today. So
this morning.
I will be getting those in maybe next week, maybe, and then I'll try that. But all right.
It'll be interesting because you like markers.
Markers are fun. Markers are fun. Okay, so let's see.
Yes, those are alcohol markers. Those are the Art Beak alcohol markers that Scott was trying yesterday.
I'm in love with this one.
He just looks cranky.
Well, this is was it Salamanca? I forget but he was this horrible person, and I don't want to give too much away, but one of the characters caused him to have a stroke, and then so now he can't talk, and he just keeps making this face, and it's just a fantastic caricature.
I gotta let somebody out. I'm coming.
Okay. But look at that. The Rolling Stones, those are really, really nice. So this is sculptures. So you can do caricature with sculpture. And here's some Lord of the Rings ones. Of course, there's Shrek back there. But I think that's a really good mic. It's simple. It's got good shapes. But these are things that people can do really well, and I really respect that. And I don't think it's something that I'm going to just pick up anytime soon. It's not a hey, I'm going to pick it up in 90 minutes. But oh, and look at this Sherlock one. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's okay. Let's see, what are we doing here?
Okay, so
that is correct. We have mods that monitor the chat. I would like to see Scott's version of Neil Gaiman's Endless Characters.
I haven't seen Endless is one of his books. Yeah, see this person, I wouldn't even know what to do for.
It's because they're too beautiful.
Sandman. I think it might be all jaw,
Try to
right?
draw Saul as a caricature. What watercolors would you recommend?
I like Winsor Newton. That's my favorite.
Who's Bethany Primrose? Well, she's a friend of ours and she's one of our mods. Everybody whose name's in blue with a little wrench next to them, those are our mods and they are friends of ours, and that's why they're answering all of these questions. They're helping me get to as many questions as we can. Let's see. Do your ideas for drawing ever go down a rabbit hole? You mean like today?
Yeah.
Like I recently drew a futuristic bounty hunter that turned into one of the creatures from the Hunger Games and then ended up being a Cyclops. That's a rabbit hole, all right.
That is.
That's a rabbit warren. That's like you got a whole rabbit village going on there. Alfie says, "Hi Scott, I know this sounds really cheesy, but you really inspired me to keep drawing. And I would have stopped art months ago, but I didn't because of you. I just wanted to say
Oh, thank you. That makes me so happy.
You're welcome for answering your question. Let's see what else we got here. I will get Steph a picture of those. We'll put a picture of the marker set so you guys can see it. On
This is horrible, people.
How do you deal with others who try to use your art for business?
I ignore it. There's people making t-shirts and pillows and everything with my art.
It would take a lot of time for us to go with a lawyer and have people stop doing what they're doing.
I don't care. It's people are always going to be unscrupulous. People are always going to steal, and you can't waste your life chasing unscrupulous people. Just keep making art. People know my art. People know who I am, and if not, then I'm not doing my job. So,
any ideas for a fantasy Santa illustration? My auntie challenged me to draw Santa for Christmas, but he's a bit boring on his own, so I want to spice it up a bit.
Oh man.
You could do Santa in a kitchen baking cookies with Mrs. Claus.
I think that I can't think of anything Santa-y.
Bethany says, for the rest of us that are bothered by having our art stolen, we send cease and desist orders and have them removed from the site selling them. Bethany's was a little bit different. Bethany had a situation where this person was stealing absolutely everything she had done. So for her, absolutely, I would agree that is a legitimate complaint where you get a lawyer involved. But again, that takes a lot of.
What I do is I look at the how big is the company? Is the company, honey? Okay. Is the company making money off of my art, or are they just trying to sell it? Because lots of times it's just these, companies in China or something that are just trying to, they're just spamming everybody's work. They're stealing from everybody. And so it's like, I don't know if anybody's really even buying their stuff. God, that is horrible. That's horrifying.
Good girl. You want to go upstairs? Go upstairs, big dog. There you go, sweetheart.
I think I should just spend the rest of the time reorganizing the markers. I feel like I'm boring you all to death with this.
You're boring me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Scott, have you ever had a moment where making a piece where you just knew a piece was going to be one of your best, and then after you get to painting, it just gets thrown into the corner of failure?
Yeah, that's why it's in the corner of shame for me.
Yep, that's why I have the corner of shame.
I think well, I don't want to say always. You always start a piece with the best of intentions, but then Yeah, I think you just hope for the best. But I've learned to accept, my art as just a process. So I don't know. I wish I could say that there was an answer to make all of it better, but there's not. It's just
Ellen says, looks like Edward Cullen.
I don't know who that
I don't know
is.
who it is either, but Bethany says you read my mind. Let's see.
Let's try Gus.
Greetings from Chile. Love
Chile.
your art and your videos. You're a natural entertainer. Always looking forward to the new vids.
You're very kind. Thank you.
Amy Something says, hi Scott, do you have any experience with Inktense pencils? Inktense. Inktense.
I've heard of them.
I've heard of them too, but
I don't know.
Yeah. If so, what do you think? Also, thanks for always being a wholesome presence. Same goes
Thank
for
you.
Dominic and Arwen.
Thank you.
It would be really hard for Arwen not to be wholesome, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
Inktense. I've never, that's not one we've been asked for before.
We'll look them up.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list of things, which is continuously growing. Let's see. How are you today?
I'm good. I it's funny because some days like last week or earlier this week when I was just messing around with the markers and whatnot, some days I feel like I need to apologize because it's not my usual stuff, but I really don't know if I have usual stuff anymore. I've been playing around with Poscas, I've been playing around with markers, so I don't know. I feel like I'm going to stop apologizing and just.
What are you apologizing for?
I feel like sometimes I'm not entertaining enough.
Well, I don't know. I think people wouldn't be here if they didn't want to come and see you draw. That's it. I mean, they don't have to stay.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
I am now.
Huh?
I said I am now.
Okay. No need to apologize. It's nice to see you experiment.
Thanks.
Hey, Dana Mercury says, good morning, friends. Good
morning.
Yes, Scott is trying his hand at caricature. Have you tried the Pomodoro technique?
I've never even heard of it.
You work on something for 20 minutes and then you stop for 5 minutes and you take a rest. And then you work for another 20 minutes and then you stop for 5 more minutes. Your local Shani says, you're super entertaining. What are you talking about? Your art is so relaxing to watch.
So right now, I think, thank you, by the way. Right now, I think Gus is looking like, oh God, what's his name?
A lot of people think you're very entertaining.
Thank you.
I could watch you doodle a circle for an hour, to be honest.
Oh God, what is his name?
I don't know. I don't know names.
Tim Curry. He's starting to look like Tim Curry.
That's true. Do you have any hobbies outside of art?
I play video games.
Oh.
And
Jamie's off to deliver another cake.
Oh, good luck, Jamie.
Drive careful. Since I'm not allowed to say that to my son.
And
fancy pants. Oh my God, he does look like Tim Curry.
Right? So see, that's the thing when you go off script.
Okay.
And
yes, Scott does play video games. Please tell people what video games you play. You are all over the map today. I am trying to answer your questions and bring him in, but he is all. If you can't tell, we're having an all over the map kind of day.
I play Overwatch with my son. We've been playing a little bit of World of Warcraft with Donna and my son. My favorite game is Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and I've been waiting for 2-3 years for the sequel, and I've not found a game to entertain me at that level since. I've been playing. I got the Xbox. That company sent me the Xbox along with the controller for the
Did you play God of War #4?
I haven't played any of the God of Wars.
Say good morning to Anne Marie.
Good morning, Anne Marie.
Hi, Anne Marie. Do you watch FIFA?
No.
A random Indy says, I'm so excited for the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah.
Don't worry if you fail in caricature. Mistakes are what makes us human.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I don't take it hard. What I try to do though is, especially when I am live with you all, is I want you to know the things that are going through my head, because I want you guys to know that all artists. Well, I want you guys to know that all artists feel this way. I'm sitting here going, am I entertaining enough? Am I doing this right? Oh God, this is horrible. Oh God. But I want you to know that that's because I know you all are thinking the same thing when you draw. And a lot of artists, or pretty much every artist, when you see them posting videos online or even going live, it's this is how you should do this, and this is how you should do this, and this is a perfect line, and they only show their best work, and they only talk in absolutes, and that's not the real world. The real world isn't absolutes.
Well, it's like the whole social media thing. Everybody shows their best pictures.
Yeah.
They don't show the ugly that goes behind the best pictures.
Yeah.
They don't show, oh my God, I cried all this time.
Here are the ones that were too ugly to even, but this is the stuff that, I will do, and I will go, oh my God, this is, look at these.
Only the Sith deal in absolute says
Yeah, these were Danny DeVito sketches that were didn't look like Danny DeVito. This was Harvey Fierstein. It didn't look like Harvey Fierstein and Ian McKellen. It's we all have sketches like that. We all have sketchbooks filled with ugly drawings, and this is my ugly drawing sketchbook.
This is what Scott draws in when he feels like just waking up and going through chaos.
Yeah, I just want to doodle. And then, then you have your...
Okay, we're going to answer a few questions because you're all over the map.
Okay, but then you have your travel journal that you put the nice stuff in.
Okay, get rid of the travel journal.
Okay.
Put it away. Keep sketching and answer this question.
Okay.
Do you use the same color palette in the gouache Winsor & Newton that you do in the watercolor Winsor & Newton?
No, I have a lot more colors because when I paint in gouache, so here is my palette for watercolors.
We know it's the 12 basic colors.
Here is my palette in gouache, and this isn't all of them. This one keeps falling out, but yeah. So I do tend to use different colors, and I'll blend the flesh with the pinks with the oranges, and and whatnot. So it's different. It's different. And now I want to paint with gouache.
Welcome to my world, people. When you ever ask why Donna goes crazy, it's because I'm here. Watching you use different products seriously inspires me. I watching you doodle.
Oh, thanks.
What are your thoughts on AI art and the future of art?
Well, I think AI art, from the beginning, I noticed was stealing from other artists. So you could still see their signatures. I have nothing against artists who use AI art to create art. They might have it get you 90% of the way, and then they'll go into Photoshop and they'll rework it and whatnot. I think that's totally fine. But I do think that there has to be some, I don't think there ever will be, but I think there has to be some copyright protection for artists for that. That said, I've lived through Photoshop, which destroyed a lot of art careers. Before that, 70 years before that, cameras came out and photography came out, and that destroyed every artist's career pretty much. Except for people like Norman Rockwell, who used it for photo reference for their art. But the point is that before photography came out, artists were used for everything, for journalism, for every cover, for illustrating every magazine. Everything had to be drawn, and so it's art is always going to be up against technology. It always is, and I don't want to say that AI art won't replace artists, because I think it will. I think
I disagree.
I know, but you're wrong.
I'm not.
The thing is that people are always going to use the cheapest, simplest way to get something done. Publishing companies will use clip art for their, or photographs for their covers. Look at movie posters. Movie posters they spend hundreds of millions of dollars, but will cheap out and use a photograph for their movie poster rather than hiring an artist to paint the cover. So again, it's just. It's not that AI art will always be better than artists. It's that AI art will always be cheaper than artists. If you can just type in, I want a movie poster and here's my characters, and then it puts one out, it didn't cost you anything. And money is always the deciding factor on that.
Yeah, that I agree with. Money is a deciding factor. And if you guys could see the behind the scenes, he's sitting here talking and his hands just keep moving all over the place. That's his kind of funny. Anyway, let's see. You are my idol and my hero because you play around with different mediums and you keep me inspired even in my day-to-day life. That's
thank you. I don't know if it's a short attention span. I don't know what it is, but I just I get bored with what I'm doing very easily, which is why I know a lot of you want me to do another like monthly challenge, but it is really hard once I get to around day 15. I'm like, I want to do something else, but I've committed to this. And so I think that's why
we're talking about something like Monday with the Masters for coming up in the new year. Like every Monday we pick a different master.
Yeah, what do you think of we come up with something for each live? Yeah. So Monday Masters.
Friday, so we could try new stuff on Friday.
So what for Wednesday?
I think it's gonna be Wacky Wednesday because it's gonna be like Scott woke up in the middle of the week and decided he was gonna just
Wacky Wednesday is
and
just
whoosh, and everything's everywhere.
Wacky Wednesday is the coward's way out.
Oh,
Wacky
no, it's
Wednesday.
not.
Come on, we could do we could do better than that.
Oh God.
Could be Wacom Wednesday.
Oh,
no,
God.
they didn't send me a Wacom tablet. I had to buy one.
You did buy one. But
yeah.
That's okay. You could try different
digital
stuff on Wednesday.
No, because YouTube doesn't allow that.
Really?
Yeah, there's no streaming.
That's right. Whatever Wednesday.
Whatever Wednesday.
That's great. I like that one. Whatever Wednesday. That's Tracy.
Then maybe Friday would be Fan Art Friday or something.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Either I sketch a fan or.
A lot of people have been asking for that. Fan Art Friday.
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you.
I don't know what they think.
Then read.
I am. I'm
no,
writing
you're
things
not.
down. Shush! I'm writing things down. Santa's here.
Hey, Santa.
He said, best wishes 9 days until Christmas. Woo woo!
9 days.
9 days! Yay! Do you like pasta? Yes, we're Italian. We love pasta. Pasta may not like us, but we love pasta. Could you redraw fan art with their permission, of course? Redraw fans' art with your permission.
That's not a bad idea, too.
Yeah, that is not. What do you think, Santa? We're talking about what to do in the new year.
Mondays with the Masters.
Yes, we're going to do Mondays with the Masters.
Where we talk about a different, we study a different master.
We've had suggestions of whatever Wednesday, Fan Art Friday, Tri-Day Friday for trying things. Do you prefer drawing in the morning or the evening?
I'm a morning person. I think that's just when I have the most energy.
Annoying. He's such a morning person. What am I going to do today? Yay! Make more art. Donna doesn't wake up till about 10, so right about now is when you guys get the best of me. See? Hello, my baby. Nobody. Oh, Whimsical Wednesday. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, but what is whimsical?
I don't know. But I like
Yes,
it.
we're going to do a whole series on something that we don't know.
We'll make it up. That's what you do. You make things up. I love that. Whimsical Wednesday. Santa says, I would love a series of Scott learning sculpting, something he has always wanted.
Oh gosh, Santa. I need somebody to help me with that.
Teach you?
Yeah, because the materials are so...
Ellen says October was quite whimsical. I would completely agree with that. Fantasy Friday, all fantasy creatures.
That'd be fun.
That's a fun idea. Fantasy Friday. I'm writing notes. I'm taking copious notes. And Santa wants sculpting. I like that idea.
Sculpting Saturday.
Sculpting.
Sculpting with Santa Saturday.
Oh, sculpting with Santa.
Will you help me, Santa?
Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe in one of your more boring months, when you're done with all of this, like February, when you're after you've had a month to sleep, sculpting with Santa. Have you ever tried painting on a calculator with acrylic? Okay, Coffee K, that is oddly specific. It is very oddly specific.
I don't really work with acrylics, and no, I've never painted on. The only thing I've painted on so far has been the Xbox controllers. Did I show you guys the finished Reinhardt controller?
I think did you spray it?
Yeah.
No, then we haven't seen it spray. Scott, sometimes we start with a name, then a theme. Sometimes a theme and then a name, says Steph Nerd. Marie says, ew, morning person. Bethany says, work in progress Wednesday.
All right. This is the Reinhardt controller. I showed it to my son. He goes, it's mine. So,
no, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
so
geez,
I'm going to put it on the controller, and then he'll use it. But I think it came out pretty good.
Oh, here's a good one. Redbird says, winging it Wednesday.
Winging it Wednesday.
Dude,
but that's every day for me. I'm winging it every day.
I love that. You guys, I have almost a whole piece of paper filled with names. This is great. I love you guys. You guys are great. Whimsical Wednesday could be a day where Scott draws from his imagination. That's fun. Is your favorite place the Hobbit hole? The answer is obviously yes, but I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
What if you react to the art of your fans for Fan Art Friday? Like announce a hashtag for people to post their art, and you both can react to live and give advice and tricks.
Yeah, and that's another possibility. I guess we could do that. When I hear react, I think you need to see emotion, and that's Donna's department, not mine. So if we react like
Great.
talk about, that's
does that mean I have to put makeup on for that? Scott, if I'm going to change mediums to colored pencil, got any advice on technique?
Yes, push down.
And be ready for calluses.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do colored pencils, here I'm gonna do them.
What are your favorite colored pencils?
I like Prismacolors, but I think I showed you guys.
Mm-hmm. We have a gazillion colored pencils that Scott bought to try, guys. Yep, a gazillion. That's the technical term.
I'm gonna try, of course, my favorite, which is Prismacolor. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Wait, you bought a set of Prismacolors when you have Prismacolors?
I wanted to compare,
because
some of mine are 30 years old. So I bought the Caran d'Ache. So each of these was around $50. So I got 72 for $50, 20 for $50. These are expensive.
Yeah. They're
I got
better, though.
Blix.
Yeah.
Comes with 72. And then I bought the Faber-Castells, which are still expensive too, at 36 for $50. So
I have some Caran d'Ache pencils, and they are butter. I mean, butter.
So I'm gonna try these probably Monday.
Ooh.
But I just got to make sure that I can record it correctly. So back to the colored pencil question. Technique. So what you do is, I know some people, can you guys see this okay?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Some people do this, and you could see the paper underneath, and I don't like that. So what I do is I'll take another color and I'll push down harder. I go, oh, that's too much orange. So then I'll push down a little more.
And you're slowly seeing the colors go away.
Yeah, the white's going to go away. And so you want to push down until the white is gone.
The paper's covered.
Till you see the, and then you know you've got full coverage. And I did a little, you guys are getting a sneak preview of the video for today, but this is the photo reference I used.
Honey, the light is, thank you. Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then I did that in colored pencils. I might clean it up a little bit, but that's what I did in colored pencils.
The background also colored pencil?
Yeah, everything's colored pencil. And then, but I used the same photo reference for the lesbian piece. And so I want to talk about the difference between copying, this is a copy, and tracing, and this is traced. So, you know, obviously this is more unique than just copying, but I think people are constantly saying, well, what's the difference? You know, like tracing isn't good because it's copying. No, tracing isn't copying. So anyways, that's the video. You guys see it later. But anyways, but the other thing is you can go over and you can lighten up with the lighter one with the colored pencils, which I like. Oops.
Now you'll notice how hard he's pushing.
Yeah, enough to break the lead.
Those pencils, because pencil doesn't blend unless you push really hard. And see how the lead's coming off the bottom?
Yeah. So you can see now how I'm getting my gradation. So now if I want to go to a dark here, and then I need to kind of blend it. Now this is on very bumpy paper. You don't want to work on bumpy paper.
Brian Croma says, I have such frail hands. Colored pencils are no good for me.
Colored pencils are really hard on your hands. And
I like the sandpaper trick with colored pencils, says Tired Mama. What?
I've heard that, yeah.
Trick? We've never heard of that. Maybe you could do Machine Monday, Whimsical Wednesday, and Friday.
Fry it.
What pencils are you using right now? These are Prismacolor.
These are Prismacolor. These are the ones I've always used. And they're but I am going to try the other pencils.
Says your hands always get a workout with colored pencils.
They do. They do. A paintbrush is so much easier. I wish I would have had the courage to try them.
Nervik, Scott did in studying with the masters, he did do a Picasso. We studied a Picasso.
Picasso, Picasso. We did Picasso's. I forgot the name of the piece.
I need to. Let me see if I have it written here. Picasso. I actually have a list of all the things we did because it drove me crazy that I didn't have it.
Let's see if I can do her. Yeah. See, I don't know. I think here's the other thing that's kind of funny. I think doing caricatures for an hour gets it out of my system, so that way I never want to do it for another 6 months or something.
Guernica, Picasso's
Guernica. Okay. But I love the idea of just.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like pressing down that hard with colored pencils.
Yeah.
Mohan says, Scott, I want you to know that you and your work entertain me and it's fun. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Can you try Procreate?
Here's the thing. I have an iPad Pro from 5 years ago, and I bought 2 styluses and neither of them work. for my iPad Pro. So I would have to buy a whole new iPad Pro, which is about $1,000. So I'm
Yeah. We're not exactly flush. We have 2 kids in college.
yeah. So
we
I
can
mean,
hold
I've
off
been
on
buying
that.
art supplies. But I will do it once we have the disposable income to do that, if that's okay, if you guys don't mind. And meanwhile, it was cheaper for me to buy that $40 Wacom tablet.
Workshop Wednesday. I like that. It's another thing. Yeah, we're doing our best to. We've been gifted a lot of things to try. Oh, which reminds me. So in January, all of these fun things that you see Scott that he's tried over the year, or the last year. I have a giant stash behind my desk, and we are going to do giveaways in January for people who maybe you can't afford art supplies, or maybe you want to try art, maybe you want to try something new. We're going to do little packages, and we're going to do little giveaways all through the month of January. So, and I'm going to pay for shipping, so you guys don't have to worry about it. And it will be mostly worldwide. We've had some problems with a couple of countries, believe it or not, sending things back. So we have to be careful where we send now. But we're going to be doing that in January. We want you guys to be able to start off the year doing a little bit of art is what we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to just encourage you to put your stuff down on paper. So we've got Weird and Welcoming Wednesday. Oh yeah, Santa, sorry, slow mode, yeah.
What happened?
Santa was trying to, apparently I chat too much, slow mode on for me. No, it's on for everybody. It's just easier that way. If Monday and Friday are structured, I think Scott is going to need Wednesdays as his whatever day, or he's going to get bored by too many boundaries. That's probably correct.
You people know me way too well.
Yeah, that was Bethany. Richard says Workshop Wednesday is a good one. I like that too. That's a good one. Yep. We'll kick these around. But I think Bethany is correct. You're going to need one day where you just wake up and go, I don't want to do anything else except, whatever today. Ooh, Wildlife Wednesday. That's a good one, though. It's really too bad that none of the days of the week start with C, because it could be chaos whatever day. I'm sure there's another day for another word for chaos. You could always start with Crayola air dry clay. It's pretty solid for learning. And we think we do have
I think I have some. Is
We
this?
do have some.
I have this. Crayola sent us this.
I don't know. What is that?
Model Magic.
Does it air dry? Does it say air drying on there?
I don't know. Reuse or air dry.
There you go. Just wanted to say I love you, and Scott, you helped me draw a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Daily, even though I still struggle with it, your hints helped me so bad, and thanks to you, I am loving watercolors. That's JD.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
I love you too.
You know what? That's so good to hear that you're developing that daily routine to do that.
I love this big jaw on her.
Stephen says that sounds like me when Dad shows up with new pretty journals. That's mine. Oh, let's be honest. If Dad shows up with a journal, no one else in your house is going to grab it except you. Oh, God. I'm making a comic book, but I can't think of what to do. And I love your work. That's Jake.
Oh, well, write down the things that you love. Pretty much every story that I've written is based off of a fandom of mine. So something that I really like. I like Star Wars, so this one's going to be in space. I like, the Hobbit, so this one's going to be a fantasy. So think of what fandoms and what shows or something that you like. What kind of world would you want to be in?
Free day Friday sounds like a good deal. Murky Monday where you draw spooky things. Appleby says your sketches are better than any art I could ever make, and I'm going to keep practicing until I'm that good. You're my inspiration.
Oh, thank you. But you are going to be so much better than me. I promise. This is.
We'll give you the prices of all of those color pencils. Keep in mind that we bought those color pencils on Black Friday, so that was the sale price. A lot of those.
No. That was the Poscas. Was that? These were just Blick.
Oh, these weren't on Black Friday sale?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, it was just the pastas that were on sale because we refused to spend full price for the pastas.
Yeah.
Okay. Faber-Castell Friday. You guys are funny. Have you tried Staedtler watercolor pencils? They're pretty smooth until you get your hands sweaty.
Then you get color all over them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Faber-Castell is more of an oil-based pencil. I guess we're gonna find out, huh, guys?
All right. Well, that was kind of goofy and weird, but
let's see. Oh yeah, Bethany, thank you for telling me that. Guys, Santa has a big new project coming out on his YouTube channel today.
Oh, today?
Yeah, it's the 16th.
Oh, good.
So do us a favor, please. If you love us, just go over and give our friend Santa J. Claus some love. Follow his channel and give him some love and check out his brand new project that he's launching today. Thank you for reminding me, Bethany. I appreciate that. Everything Santa does is so adorable. He is a wonderful artist in and of his own right, and he's got this adorable project. So you guys, please, please, please go check it out. Give him a little bit of love. When will those watercolor brands you paired with come in India? Oh,
we're talking to them.
We are trying so hard to get those over to you guys. You are one of the countries that we have received several packages back from.
India keeps rejecting,
India is rejecting and sending back
opening the packages or stuff,
and taking things out. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. A lot of companies are having difficulty shipping to India, and unfortunately, we are one of them. So, we're still working on it. We're not giving up on you guys at all by any stretch of the imagination, but it's probably going to take a little bit more time.
Are you guys able to see what I'm doing right now?
Yeah,
okay,
of course we
good.
are. By the way, love this character. Love this character.
I don't know if any of you have seen
the new Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Oh, Jamie says cake delivered. Yummy. I just saw you live and got so excited. That's Cosmic Mona.
Oh, thank you.
What are your New Year's resolutions for 2023?
I never have New Year's resolutions. If I think of anything that I need to do to change, I do it immediately.
I stopped making New Year's resolutions a few years ago, and instead I make goals for the new year. And I find that it helps me focus. I also do this really, really great end of year review. If any of you like to do like any planning or anything, I go back over stuff from the previous year, and I figure out what did I like, what worked, what didn't work, what kinds of things I like to change. Maybe I'll do a video on that for my channel, and I'll just talk a little bit about doing a recap.
Maybe this year I won't be on the what didn't work list.
Honey, you're always on my what worked the best list. As a matter of fact, I don't even need a list for you, baby. See what I did there? Took your little snark and I turned that around. You like that? Everybody needs to ask to decorate the Hobbit hole on Christmas Friday. Oh boy, oh boy. You guys are so funny. What's your wife's name? Or is that not allowed? My name is Wifey. No, I'm sorry. My name's Donna. Yeah, Sandra was the one. How about decorate the Hobbit hole for Christmas Friday? I would love that. Chaos Wednesday would be chaotically on brand. Oh gosh. Sarah says, model magic. You brought me right back to my childhood. Santa, oh, that he would let me decorate. Oh, that he would. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Assuming you can't say I want Superman because he's got a whole bunch of powers, I would say probably healing factor.
Several people have asked if you're going to do any drawings for Christmas.
Yes, I'm doing a partnership with Santa. I'm going to do a video with him.
Let's see. Have you visited the Taj Mahal? No, but that is on the list. That is actually one of the big reasons we would like to go to India. I would love to see the Taj Mahal. We don't have any recommendations on the paper for the Ohuhu markers yet because we haven't tried them. We don't have them yet.
Yeah, but I did order some paper.
Yeah, you've ordered a bunch of different paper to try. So, and it's technically officially supposed to be marker paper. We didn't know that existed, but apparently it does. Have you ever used fountain pens in contrast to regular ballpoint pens?
I tried them, didn't particularly like them for what I do, but yeah, I have tried them.
And Santa, to answer your question from earlier, there's a very special Hobbit hole Christmas decoration that remains up all year.
Oh yeah, we've had it the whole year.
All year round. Love you.
So I tried to do this one in a little bit more of like an anime style. I don't know if it kind of came out that way, but or more of a manga style maybe.
Let's see. Gosh, I love a good fountain pen. I do. We are not watching the World Cup. Margaret struggles with that a lot on Zoom chats or wherever it feels like they have to entertain people.
Yeah.
Have to make up for the fact that it's, you know what? Here's the thing. Please don't feel like you have to be somebody.
Honey, they're talking about me.
For other people.
Yeah,
no, I know. I'm going to go there. Like, don't feel like you need to do that for other people on a Zoom call. I think that's mostly what I was thinking.
I have the hardest time on Zoom calls, just keeping focus.
Zoom calls are hard enough anyway.
Because you gotta keep eye contact and everything.
And meetings are hard, and you know what? You don't have to entertain everybody. You just don't have to do that. Do you have the Prismacolor colorless blender pencil? And Ellen's asking, and if you use it.
I think I had one once, but I found no use for it. No.
What model did you say you had for the iPad?
Well, I got it probably in 2016, so it's probably 5 or 6 years old. And it was I think it was one of the first iPad Pros that came out. I would have to look it up, but yeah, we're going to be giving these away when we send out stuff. So if anybody needs a stylus, we'll.
Yes, we do have a Discord server. The link is on our website. Let's see. I hate video calls. I know a lot of people don't turn their cameras on for video calls.
Yeah.
Margaret says, "Shush, Scott. She's doing great. Pay the woman her manager's commission." You're so sweet, Margaret. Found a dot grid notebook made of recycled stone paper by Karst. Yes, Marguerite. They're another company that does those. I don't know much about them, but I have seen them. And I think the recycled paper is a great idea. If you like certain types of pens and ink, they don't work with fountain pens at all. I know that much. If you were stuck with one art material besides paper, what would you pick?
Black cherry colored pencil.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Over watercolor?
Well, watercolor is a whole bunch of things. You need the brush, you need a pencil, and they said besides paper, I'd still need inks. So I would just sketch like this. Paper. I'd still need a pencil sharpener. And more pencils when this one runs out. But okay. Well, I think this was enough farting around for one day. Ooh, fart around Friday.
Oh my God. I think we now have a winner, people.
I won't do that to you all. I won't call it fart around Friday.
Why not? It's funny. I mean, FFF, says Ronan. FAF party, LOL. Have you seen Sleepy Hollow? Oh my God. And Ellen's like, OMG, I cackled out loud at that one. Right? I know. I think you have improved a lot at it since your first sketches.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please no, says R. I like it. I'm a grown-up, but I still love fart jokes, says Sarah. Fart around Friday, masterpiece. Very funny. Such a dad joke.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I will get off. I will have some breakfast, and then
the stylus pens work on a phone?
I don't know. Let's see.
How long does a short take to create? About 4 hours. Between writing the copy, editing the videos, putting everything together, it's about 3 to 4 hours. Winsor and Newton, watercolors.
Okay, here's a note.
Scott likes the name Ohuhu also.
I don't know. Do I need to pair it or anything?
I would assume. I don't know. Shouldn't need to then, right?
I don't know. I'd have
That's
to read
weird.
the.
You
Well,
can use your finger, but you can't use a stylus?
hold on. Maybe I got to turn it on. Okay, now it's on. All right, let me do
you
this.
Classify a Muppet as caricature? That's an interesting question.
No, because it's not a character of a particular person. Okay, so Bluetooth.
Can you do a holiday piece depicting all the festivities different cultures partake in? It would be really cool.
That would be cool.
What do you do when you can't find your pencil? Oh God! If only he didn't have 500,000 pencils within a 3-foot radius. This house doesn't know what it's like to run out of writing materials. We go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Time. Oh, Aisha says, Scott, you need to pair it.
Okay, let me look and see.
Yep, Richard also, you need to pair it.
Power button, indicator light.
Stylus doesn't work with the iPhone, says Coconut. Can you draw socks?
Yeah, it says for iPad Pro 11-inch, 12-inch, and iPad 4. But let's just see if we can pair it. How do I pair it?
What's your favorite Christmas movie before you go?
See, that's where I saw. It's a Wonderful Life. Only compatible with 2018, 2019, 2020 Apple iPads.
Wow, so it's not even
not supported for iPhone, Android, Microsoft devices. Okay, so this is useless to me.
We'll make it a giveaway.
Well, here's the thing. I got them for free. So I had a gift card in the UK, which I couldn't use here. So when we went to Venice, I ordered them and had them delivered to the hotel. So it's fine. But hopefully somebody can use them. Oh, let me turn it off. But yeah, so I will try the. Oh, this is my screensaver. And can you see where is it? No, you can't. You can never see it. But there's that's the background. But anyways. Okay, so this was definitely a fart around Friday, and
it was indeed.
We will on Monday. I will probably be trying out the.
You said colored pencils.
Colored pencils, though. Yeah.
You tried an Apple pencil.
I did when it first came out, and didn't really find a use for it because I really feel more comfortable drawing with traditional.
What? Yeah, but what's the difference between the pencil you use for the Wacom tablet and?
I don't use that either. I'm saying it was like a $200 pencil that I was like, and then I returned it.
Macaroni, really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's official fart around Friday.
All right, so Monday we'll be trying out these very, very nice colored pencils. So look for that.
That will be.
I will figure out how to do that. Whether I do.
Let's split it in 4s like you did with the other one. That'd be fun.
That's what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
I split that in 2s, by the way. Or the other thing is I could do like I did with Aang, where I had multiple.
That's what I was thinking, the Aang.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the.
No, not split one in half. No, I did not like that when you did Sirius Black and split it in half. Like
She
that.
did not like that, Sam. I am.
No, I did not. I did like the Aang though. I thought Aang was great. Can you show us your Hobbit hole?
I could try. I'll take this out.
It's a mess right now.
It is a mess, but
it's
let me just do a quick little peek around.
All right. Seriously, don't you dare show me. I'm not kidding. Don't show me. Don't do it.
I don't even know what I'm showing at this point.
The door and the roof. And the table.
Okay, so there's my art table. This is the stand that I've had. Okay, now I can see.
It's backwards. That's what it is. It's driving me crazy. I was like, wait, fireplace. Do not show the light. I'm just.
And bookshelf. Oh, and there's a grandfather clock over there.
Yep. There you go.
That's it.
We're going for Hobbit. Can we see you? Nope. Nope, not this morning.
You can see my shirt. And then that's it. So yeah, Donna's in her pajamas.
No, I'm not. I'm in sweatpants, but I have my makeup on. Yeah, Stephanie's like, nope, they don't go in front of the camera in the morning. Exactly. Okay, so you can see me in other videos that Scott's done if you really want to see me. I've also done unboxing videos for him because I'm the one who gets really excited with boxes. So you can see me. There's videos up of me, but not this morning. Love you all. Thank you for asking. But no.
All right, and we will see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, look for the video on copy and tracing today. And then I will probably do the Poscas video tomorrow, if you guys remember that guy. And then Sunday, we'll see. We'll see about Sunday.
We don't know. We're going to let you just play around since you already have 2 things planned. We'll let you play around.
All right.
Thanks
we love you all.
For the help with the names and everything, you guys. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend, you guys. Don't forget to go check out Santa's YouTube channel today for us. Give him some love and follow him, okay? Thanks, everybody. Bye.